And if you disagree with that, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Well, fuck you then. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you got this big Buford. This is the nigga that be talking about. This is basically a pan-Africanist / Democrat / pandering. I made a video on him before. I called this a pander bear, not a panda. Pander. This be pandering. So his ideology is, black women are all queens. Black men need to do better. And, you know, he just a pandering, pan-Africanism and pro-Kamala Harris. He one of these type of, he one of these type of niggas that think all black women are queens, which would take away the value of a queen if all the black women are queens. Idiot. He one of the, I've seen this content before. This is a goofy. But let's watch this.
And if you disagree with that, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Well, fuck you then. Yeah. If you disagree with black unity throughout the diaspora, just
a lot of these
be a white man.
And you I know you will agree for niggas.
Well, you know, this is the thing. Niggas want to be special, right? But who they want to be special to? Hello. So
who you trying to appease to? We finna get into it.
White people.
And if you don't agree with it, fuck you. I don't know what to tell you.
So having your own culture and trying to preserve your own culture and stopping people from disrespecting your culture means that you're trying to appease to white people. That's your logic. Let's go back and hear what he said again.
Diaspora, just if you disagree with black unity throughout the diaspora, just
a lot of these
be a white man.
The thing is, most people, even foundational black Americans, most of us don't disagree with black unity. The problem is we understood that black unity is not going to exist and it's never going to exist because people like this think black unity means that all 1.4 billion people in Africa and all the people in the Caribbean all should just get in line with black Americans and all be together as one. Notice how I just worded what I said. All the 1.4 billion people in Africa, that's the population of Africa, 1.4 billion, not 1.4 million, not 1.4 billion with the B. All 1.4 billion people in Africa and all the people in the Caribbean all should just get in line with black Americans. So basically what I'm saying is they should all just come up under us. That's what their definition of black unity means. They have this like delusional mindset in their head where they feel it's like all of these different countries who already have tribal warfare going on in their countries. They already got all this stuff going on and all of these treaties, and it's like they negate all of the lack of unity in Africa. This is where I don't understand pan-Africanists. I just would never understand y'all, and I genuinely want to know. Why do the 50 million black Americans over here, why are you worried about us? If Africa is the motherland and Africa is all our homeland and that's where all of us from, and Africa is the main place, right? Africa is motherland. That's our motherland. We are from Africa. None of us are American. We are African. Okay. So if all of us is African and that's the motherland and that's all we should be worried about, right? Why don't you start in Africa first? Why are you worried about black Americans in America? Why are you not starting with Africa? These pan-Africanist motherfuckers never talk about, most of them don't never talk about what's going on in Africa. Most of them. I've seen some pan-Africans talk about what's going on in Africa. Most of them don't do that. First of all, most of them are in America. They so pan-African out, but they still live here. America's so racist. It's so this. It's so that. It's a terrible country. It ain't shit, but you ain't never over there in Africa, and you ain't even been to Africa before. You ain't never over there. Why are you not over there trying to unify the 1.4 billion people there first? That should be your first thought process. We on a whole nother side of the planet. We on a whole nother side of the planet with a different lineage. Most black Americans have European in them. If you're in here and you're a black American, guess what? Somewhere down the line, if your family didn't flee, more than likely somewhere down the line, one of your ancestors mixed in with a white person, you likely have European blood in you. Could be 5%, could be 10%. For most Black Americans, it's 20 to 25%. Most of y'all have a lot of European admixture. Guess what? In certain parts of Africa, they might, but most Africans don't have no European admixture. They African. They African. They ain't got no, whatever country they come from, that's their admixture. We have an ethnogenesis here. You have Native Americans and American indigenous people, whatever you want to call them. I know y'all like to, we not Native, man, we indigenous. Shut the fuck up. You know what the fuck I mean, you hoe. You have that going in us, as well as, I know some people may disagree, but I believe there were some people who came over here from Africa, right? Only like 2 or 3% of the Africans ever made it to America. Most of them went to the Caribbean, South America, Brazil, all that, right? Mixed in with them, the Native Americans, and the Europeans, and created a new ethnic group, which is us. So my question is, why we mutts? Keep it 100. Most of us are mutts. We're gonna be honest. We're mutts. I mean, we're a new ethnic group, so I guess you wouldn't call it a mutt because we're a new ethnic group. We are a specific ethnic group, but we are an admixture of different, of a different ethnicity, different races, right? Most of them are not. So why are you worried about the others? We're the others. Even the Caribbeans. A lot of Caribbeans have European in them. They had slavery in the Caribbean too. I'm not acting like Caribbean, their stuff is just like ours, right? But the Caribbean they have their own ethnic lineage, and the Caribbean partly had an ethnogenesis as well. Not partly, they did. Most of the Caribbean, they had an ethnogenesis as well. So we are over here, the American and Caribbeans, we have ethnogenesis. Most of Africa did not. They're still where they are. And you know what they never also ever bring up? Most of the Pan-Africanists, they never bring up Brazil, where most of the slaves went to. They never bring up Brazil. Never. They never bring up Brazil. They love to bring up that Black Americans just want to separate from everybody. Do you tell that to the Brazilians? Tell a Brazilian that they're African. They're going to look at you like you crazy. A lot of them, they never talk about Brazil, or they never want to bring up Brazil about nothing. Talk about them. It's more people in Brazil than it is than our population in Black Americans. Talk about them people. Try to get them to unify back with Africa. Bullshit. Black Americans know that this is not something that is actually can happen in reality. It's not some utopia. Y'all got this delusional ass utopia shit in your mind. That's why Black Americans have a pushback on it, because we know that this shit don't work. You know why we know that this shit don't work? Because we actually fought back against these people. We actually did the work that we needed to do against these people to get where we at now. So we understand the system. We know how these things operate. We know already more than what most of these motherfuckers don't know. Y'all don't have a history of fighting against your people. Y'all flee to UK, flee to Canada, flee to America. It ain't no unity, nigga. They need to be unified over there first. If it's unity, tell Ghana, South Africa, and Nigeria to stop going at each other. Tell the Ghanaian people to let all the Nigerians in. Tell the South Africans to let all the Nigerians in. Tell, what is it, in Rwanda, the Hutus and the Tutsis, tell them to stop going to war with each other. In East Africa and Somalia, tell them to stop fighting in their tribes. Tell them to stop the tribal infighting that they got going on right now. Tell them. You don't tell them about unifying. Y'all tell us why we unify about unifying. Bullshit. We did unify. We unified over here in America. That's why we got the freedom that we got. We already unified over here. We good. Black Americans ain't fighting each other over tribal beefs. Most of us not in the gang. Most of us not ripping and running the streets, killing people. We going to work and coming home. Most of us are unified. When I'm out, when I see Black American men, especially the OGs, you know what I get? What's going on, young brother? How you doing? What's going on, son? How you doing? What's going on, young brother? And keep it pushing. You know, when I see Black American women, the older ones especially, the OGs, how you doing, young man? Hey, handsome young man, how you doing? You remind me of my grandson. You remind me of my son. You remind me of my nephew. It's all love. Even when I see most Black American men in my life, what up, bro? What's going on? You good? Okay, for sure. We keep it pushing. It ain't no beef. Yeah, you got some people that don't like each other, of course. You're never gonna have all people all agreeing with all the same things. No, that would be that's not realistic. Bullshit. We don't have that. We don't have that thought process. The only people that you really see unifying are us, honestly. So if you want to unify some motherfucking shit, unify what's going over there in Africa right now. You got people dying right now. You got people going. You got slavery going on in Africa right now. But this want to talk about this fat ass turkey neck ass, big fucking honey glazed chipotle smelling ass, big fucking extra seasoning sauce ass, sitting up there with the 5 necks talking about, yeah, man, y'all want to appease to the white man. No, we gonna appease to ourselves. Because we understand how this shit can go if we don't have this renaissance that we have, and if we don't delineate, if we don't put some respect on our motherfucking history. That's why we didn't like that video, because it didn't really display really what we've been talking about. And people like to use our likeness for negative and start. And people love that video. That woman that did that video, Monaleo, whatever her name is, she doesn't know, right? She don't know. But what we're tired of is people taking these things and using them against what they're supposed to be used for. You know what I'm saying? The lineage ain't about pan-Africanism, bro. It's about being pro-Black American. That's it. And it's not being anti-nobody. I'm not anti-African. Excuse me. And if anybody is anti-African, then I may not be the person that you should be watching, because I'm not anti-African. I'm not anti-Caribbean. I'm anti anything that goes against my people. So if you're African and you go against my people, then I'm anti-you. I'm not anti-you as your whole people. I'm anti-you. That's why I call them tethers. That's why you call them tethers. Let's keep going, though. This big floppy.
A lot of these communities, white man. And you, I know you will agree.
Well, you know, this is the thing. You want to be special, right? But who they want to be special to? Hello. So
who you trying to appease to? We finna get into it.
White people.
And if you don't agree with it, fuck you. I don't know what to tell you. Fuck you. Who the fuck y'all? Who y'all think who y'all feeling like? I've been seeing you little pussy ass tweets.
Oh. So pop your shit.
I've been seeing the pussy shit, and I just want to let y'all know I really don't give a fuck. I'm not reneging. I'm not going back on what I said. What I said was what the fuck I meant. And what I showed y'all and what I depicted in my imagery was what I felt. And if you feel some type of way, bitch, fuck yeah. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it was. I'm promoting Black unity, Black community, and Black love. And if that step on your toes, you a weirdo. And I don't know what to tell you.
Ask this bitch, does she know what name anybody of relevance outside of Martin Luther King and the civil rights movement? You want to talk about I'm promoting unity? Bitch, you're not intelligent. Let me ask you this question. What does coming together and appeasing to the white people do and have fake hair in your head? This isn't your natural hair. Who is this appeasing to? The lashes and the makeup and all that other shit, bitch, who is that appeasing to? All of the fake, unnatural shit that you do as a Black woman, what does that appease to? Who does that appease to? Let's ask that question. Oh, no, that's going too far. Aunt too mean. Oh, Aunt just sit there. Oh, no, I was too much, huh? That was too much? No, that's the real question. That you want to talk about being appeasing to somebody, bitch, your hair ain't real. All this makeup and all this shit ain't real. You want to look like somebody that ain't naturally you. Appeasing, you want to appease to some other people. Come on now. The video, if y'all ever watched this video, and I posted it on YouTube and they took it down because it's app soft as hell. It is on my Patreon though, if y'all want to go watch it. My reaction to her video that went viral is on my Patreon. The video wasn't nothing but twerking. And this is real shit. I'm not making this shit up. Y'all go watch the video, you tell me. The video was nothing but twerking, drinking, smoking, kids in the video. All the Black women in the video were fat, overweight, and twerking their ass. All the Black men in the video had big ass, baggy ass clothes on, looking dumb as fuck like it was 2006, right? Big ass hoodies and big ass pants, looking dumb as hell. And they were in the back, right? It was like the women were in the front holding it down, while all the Black men was just in the back, letting the women lead. And it were children in the video. And yeah, I keep hearing that her handler is Nigerian. There were children in the video. Children. Around all this twerking and smoking and drinking and all this negativity shit. It was a bunch of kids in the video. So it's like, who is that appeasing to? Twerking is not Black American culture. Twerking and all that booty shaking shit came from the Caribbean. That's women in the Black American wasn't twerking in the fucking 60s. That's not our culture. Black American women don't have a history of twerking other than when these fucking immigrants got over here and we got indoctrinated by it. A lot of shit that is not historically stuff that we used to do. We've unfortunately taken on some other people's cultures. Twerking is not Black American culture. Shaking your ass is not Black American culture, bro. It's not. It's not, bro. People don't know that though. A lot of the shit that this woman put out there is nothing but the ratchet, degenerate culture that got us exactly in the fucking positions that we in now as a community, where ain't no fathers. All the fucking women is overweight, fat, and lazy, and fucking don't want to be natural or listen or do nothing or be feminine. All the men is weak and broke and lazy and just care about fucking a bitch and don't do nothing, don't go to work, she just promoted all the degenerate bottom of the barrel shit that has to do with Black Americans. And the majority of us don't even operate in that way. Majority of Black American men and women are good people who go to work and come home every day and take care of their family. Majority of us ain't ripping and running the streets, twerking and in jail and all this street dumb shit. Most Black American people do regular, normal stuff. So if you're gonna promote our culture, you need to promote our culture. That's the majority of what we operate in. It's just twerking, hot girl summer, yeah, music. That's what it is. That's why people like that. If you notice, most of the people that like that type of music are younger women between the ages of 18 to 30 to maybe 35. Those are the women who like that type of music because it correlates with the Cardi B type of shit, with the Meg Thee Stallion type of shit, the Sexy Red type of shit, the city girl twerk, booty shaking, bad energy, yes, queen. That's the type of shit that they like, and they don't even understand that what they're taking in is demonic. They don't even understand what they're taking in has nothing to do with God. It ain't got nothing to do with family. It ain't got nothing to do with having a man. It ain't got nothing to do with loving nobody. It ain't got nothing to do with going to the gym, reading your Bible, getting into your Quran if you're a Muslim, doing nothing positive. It ain't nothing but negativity. Shake that ass, bitch. Fuck these niggas. Yes, flip my weave and yeah, ho. Fuck these niggas, bitch. And Lululemon and Chipotle. That's all of the shit that these bitches like her promote and push. And then they try to do it under this umbrella of we so woke. You not woke. You in a video shaking your fucking ass. What are you talking about? You couldn't even explain to me what a tariff is. If I asked you what the fuck a tariff is, you wouldn't even know what it is. You not fucking woke. And it's my generation I'm talking about. I ain't even talking about the OGs. I'm holding my generation accountable. My generation accountable. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to call it out of my generation. It's too many soft in my generation anyway. All these little young niggas my age, soft as hell, idiots, don't do nothing or no, ain't got no backbone, ain't got no discipline or nothing. So I'll be the one to call it out. And I take the heat. I don't give a fuck. Them can get mad at me. The niggas can get mad at me. Y'all don't give a fuck either. The point that I'm making is all of this is degenerate. This is bottom of the barrel degenerate shit that gets pushed by these young ass dumb bitches or in these lame ass niggas who want to fuck these young ass dumb bitches. That's the truth. That's the real truth. That's why these hoes go viral like they do. Look at what these bitches look up to. Exactly. Somebody said, not with the Brandy and Monica. Brandy and Monica wasn't doing nothing what these bitches doing. Nicki Minaj, look, the women that these hoes look up to: Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Drea Michelle, Meg Thee Stallion, Kim Kardashian, India Love, did I say Bernice Burgos, fucking rapper baby mama, Ari Fletcher. That's all Sexy Red, City Girls. That's what these women look up to. That's what all of these women look up to, unfortunately. And the problem is they look up to these women, and then the men who are supposed to be the leaders, my generation, the niggas who are supposed to be the leaders, want to fuck these hoes, and they're scared to tell the truth like I am because they don't want to get pushback from these hoes because they want to fuck these hoes. I done fucked all type of bitches. I ain't gotta fuck no more hoes. I fucked enough hoes. And I'm gonna still fuck hoes, but that's not the point. I'm gonna fuck hoes and I'm gonna still say the real. These bitches ain't shit. And these niggas ain't shit. Ain't no one worse than the other. These men ain't shit and these bitches ain't shit. Because bitches like this and niggas like this promote it. I'll be the bad guy. I'll be the bad guy. It's cool. I'll be the bad guy. I've been the bad guy. I always wouldn't have been an odd man out. Always been a fucking black sheep of my family. I always been a bad guy. I continue to be the bad guy. But I know I'm speaking righteousness. I already know I am. I know I'm being righteousness. It's all good. I'll take it. Don't worry about it. Promote ratchetness. Exactly. Let me read some of these comments. I owe you an apology and some cash. You not monetized because you were super right and I was in the comments super wrong. Accountability. I don't even know what you're talking about, but accountability. Shout out to you for being accountable. I don't know what you're talking about, but sure. I appreciate that. You don't owe me anything though. Everything that y'all seeing is a donation because you want to send it. You don't owe me shit. But if you want to show love, Cash App and all that at the bottom of the screen. You can show love through all the stuff that's in the chat. If you do want to donate, yeah, man, you can show love to the live. I definitely appreciate that for sure. And I think we like 400 from the goal, y'all. We 400 from the goal, and I feel like we can hit that today. So if y'all enjoying the live, make sure y'all donate. We 400 from the goal, y'all. So show love to the live, man. And I do plan on doing a dating show, but let's try to get at least half the goal. So if we can get to 250, we'll do the dating show. So we need another 150 to do the dating show. But thank y'all. Thank you for the donut. And shout out to you for taking accountability. Facts, I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana, and I hate New Orleans bounce music. That is so annoying, and all they do is twerk and that garbage. Yeah, but a lot of that shit come from the Caribbean. They took a lot of the stuff that we did, and they flipped it and made it degenerate. Not all Caribbeans are like this, by the way. I'm not shitting on all Caribbeans. I know some cool Caribbeans. I know some Caribbeans that don't fuck none of that shit. But, you know, unfortunately, their culture is... That's how they operate. I mean, they do carnival where they what culture do Black Americans have that's accepted by the norm of our community, even the elders, where the men and women walk around half naked and twerk and hump each other? That's not our culture. That's where all that twerking and shit come from. People don't understand that. A lot of this stuff, when we talk about tethers, that's literally what tethering is. Either coming over here and having a negative disposition towards us and being disrespectful, or coming over here and infiltrating bullshit towards us. Or you know what I'm saying, trying to make us more fucked up. You know, that's called tethering, but also trying to cosplay up under us. Nah, that's you a tether. We don't have, there is no community, there is no like universal acceptance that we have as a community with the youngers and the elders, where it's a fucking sexualized event that we do in mass. Somebody gonna say, Freaknik. First of all, Freaknik was in the 90s, and Freaknik is not something that was culturally universally accepted by everybody. Carnival is culturally universally accepted by almost everybody when it comes to Caribbean culture. Freaknik was only in certain cities around the country, and it was something that was going on in the fucking 90s, and it wasn't something that was like, oh, it's been there since the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. No, that was a one-time thing, and it was not something that was consistently happening. So I'm talking about something that was happening in mass over the years and years. We don't do that shit. We don't do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You keeping it real and authentic. I didn't realize there were, thank you, Brown Sugar. I didn't realize there were so many men out here that act like women and dress like women and talk like women, switch like women. Sorry, I'm just around masculine men. You'd be surprised, Queen. A lot of these niggas act like that. That's why these niggas don't like me. Old girl stunning for a Vegas wife. And look at that. You're goofy too. Got you. And I was wrong about her message. I was in the comments talking about it was fun. You was so right. Shout out to you. Shout out to you for being accountable. For sure. Shout out to you for being accountable. And yeah, the more you listen and hear and like see stuff from up front, that's called, you know, leadership. You know what I'm saying? Because most the shit that I'm spewing is not taken away from nothing that I'm spewing right now is anything that is pushing any degeneracy or any negativity into the culture. I'm speaking against the negativity and degeneracy. This type of shit with her and her music, that is adding towards the negativity and the degeneracy. And if you watch the video, and if you sit there and watch that video and say, yeah, this video and what she's speaking about is something that's going to help the Black community, you fucking crazy. You fucking crazy. Go to the next thing. But no, shout out to you though, Jilly. Or Philly, John. For sure. When you don't know, sit down in the little child seat and shut the fuck up. Hey. Ain't wrong.